Hi, everybody. It's meteorologist Joe Chaffee. As we go into what looks like 3 hot and humid days around here, as we're getting our first real taste of typical July weather. And I'm just going to show you a couple of models with regards to the next few days. I don't expect any thunderstorms to develop during the day tomorrow, but we are going to see temperatures climb up into the 90s. We have a west wind here, so the sea breeze will be minimal. Except maybe right along the immediate shores of Long Island and New Jersey. And that's going to heat up everybody to 90 or better. I think 90 to 95 is a good range. Now, on Thursday, the first of several upper air disturbances will be going by. The low pressure goes by to our north, and there's a bit of a trough that hangs southward from there. And you can see it does produce some precip. This is the GFS model. And on Thursday evening, showing a rather large area of measurable precip. Now, this time of year, that's going to be reflective in thunderstorms. And the trough is not, I don't think, strong enough to produce severe weather, but it might produce some isolated strong thunderstorms when it goes on through. And then we move on to Friday when another weather system, and you can see it here, there's low pressure over in northern Michigan. Now, this is going to be there's going to be a trailing cold front here that's going to eventually come through. We'll have westerly winds again on Friday, so that's going to take temperatures up into the 90s. And I think that there's also the chance that there could be some late-day thunderstorms on Friday as well. Now, I'm going to just back up one model run so we can take it a little past. What I just showed you was the new GFS, but it's only out to 66 hours. Now, here's Friday evening, and you can see it does actually produce a fairly substantial area of showers and thunderstorms when it goes by, and this is going to be our cold front that's coming through. Now, I think Saturday is going to be a hot day with temperatures into the 90s, but humidity levels will be dropping. We kind of have to wait for a second front to go by, and that triggers off maybe a thunderstorm with that, but I'm not sure how much energy is going to be left in the atmosphere when that happens. And then beyond that, you can see it dries out nicely for Sunday. Humidity levels will be dropping. Temperatures will be back into the reasonable 80s, and we'll probably stay with relatively low humidity here and temperatures in the mid to upper 80s on Monday as well, with sunshine on both those days. Now, I can just show you the actual temperatures during this period very quickly, and you can see now this is only going to give us 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so I'll back it up just a little bit, and we'll take a look here. Now, this is for tomorrow at 2 o'clock, and you can see it has mid to upper 80s. It's going to be higher than that. We're going to see highs up into the low 90s. And here's Friday, also again upper 80s to low 90s. I'm sorry, that's still Thursday. Let me jump over to Friday. The first day was Wednesday. This is Friday now, and it has upper 80s to low 90s. And then we move into Saturday, and again, upper 80s to low 90s, but the humidity is going to be a little bit lower. And then as we move on to Sunday, Sunday's a little cooler with temperatures mostly, it's showing low to mid 80s for 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So let's figure middle to upper 80s. And then we go on to Monday, and it's also mostly mid to upper 80s. So this is typical July. The real extreme heat is going to stay further south, where you have some mid to upper 90s. That's where the heat ridge really is. We have these westerly winds aloft, and I'll show you the upper air very quickly. And this is one of the reasons why it's not, this is the reason why it's not going to get very hot, and that we don't have that ridge here. There's a lot of westerly winds in the upper atmosphere. That's enough to make it hot, but it's not enough to make it super hot. You don't have that big upper high sitting here in the east. And here's that next trough that comes in on Saturday to cut it all off. So when we go into the longer range into next week, it does bring a heat ridge up, tries to bring a heat ridge up into the middle part of next week, and that would mean that the middle to latter part of next week could turn quite hot and humid. And this time the westerlies are well to the north, so we might not have that many chances for any thunderstorms through that stretch. So let's keep an eye out for Thursday afternoon and for Friday afternoon for the possibility of some strong thunderstorms in a few areas. And the temperatures, again, we'll figure 90 to 95 for highs during each afternoon.